everybody, my name is Velia, and today I'm going to be taking you through the Netherlight Crucible as it relates to Restoration Shaman. Thanks for tuning in, and let's just get started. So here I'm at the Netherlight Crucible. You can access it at the Vendicar. Sort of you go down the stairs and it's right there in front of you. The first thing that I want to go over is just sort of how it looks. So you have your 3 relics up here at the top. I know I've been pretty lucky with relics, and I got some good ones over here. And so what you want to do first is go through and activate your Netherlight fortification for all. I've already done it, but you can go ahead and click on that for all of your relics. So if you haven't, you just go through and you want to go ahead and click on that. Then each of the relics is going to present you with the option to go either towards the shadow or towards the light. And there's going to be 2 different options on each side. When you hit 60 traits in your weapon, you'll be able to do that. So let me show you where to see how many traits you have. You go look, you open up your weapon. Just shift clicking on it is what opens it up for me, but you may have bound it to something else. And you go over here and you just look, and as you can see, mine's at 59, so I'm not quite at 60 yet. But every 3 traits that you get on your weapon, you can start updating your Netherlight Crucible. You can start updating your relics using that. So say that I got 60. I have the option of Murderous Intent for this one and Shocklight for this one. Shadowbind and Light's Embrace, you guys get it. You get 2 options here. Now, something that I want to point out is that if I choose Shocklight, that means that I can only choose after Shocklight this one or this one. However, if I choose Murderous Intent, I can only choose this one or this one, meaning that the far corners, the left corner and the right corner, are only accessible once you choose a certain path. The middle one will always be accessible to both. But if you choose light, the right one would be light only, and if you choose the left one would be shadow only, and that's how that's going to work. So that's sort of the basics for how it works. So you may be thinking to yourself, hey, how do I decide which one do I pick? How do I know which one's going to be better for me? And you're going to be thinking that. You're also going to be thinking when you get a new relic, how am I going to know which relic should I replace, which relic should I replace, and should I even use this relic? So what we've done is we've looked in the Shaman Discord, and there's actually a really helpful guide that, or a chart that someone has made. That someone is Lythea of Ancestral Guidance, so I thank her or him very much for that. To access it, I'm just going to link the imager below, so you can just click on the image in my description. But you can also go to the Restoration Shaman Discord and go to the pins under Restoration Shaman channel, and it'll be right there with a lot more information and also links to the Wowhead guide for the Netherlight Crucible and some other cool stuff. So I do recommend going to check that out. Looking at the chart, I'm going to pull that up for you on the screen. I might already have, I don't know, we'll see when I edit later. But looking at that, you can see the item value per the trait. So you can see the item value on the item level increase of the item for you and how much more item level that is for you. You can also see the item level value, of all the different traits that are available to you. For example, you can see Shocklight, Murderous Intent, so we were looking at those 2 on my first relic there. There's a ton of others. So there's like 1st tier, 2nd tier types of relic traits, and they're all assigned a value here, and which is really good because we don't have to do that. Someone else did that hard work for us. And you may still be thinking to yourself, well, okay, all of this just looks like a bunch of numbers to me. How do I know which one's going to be better for me? Well, the way to do it would have been to just add them up. So you would just add up, okay, this gives me 4 more item levels. What if I choose Shocklight? And after Shocklight, what if I chose, Flood Waters? Okay, that gives me a total of X. Is that better than if I choose Murderous Intent and, Ghost in the Mist or whatever? And you would see which value is higher, and that's the path that you would go. What I have done, or what more specifically my boyfriend has done for us, is actually make us this handy chart. So I'm going to pull that up for you, and I'm also going to link it in the description below. but it's a really nice chart here. Oops, I'll pull that up, make that bigger for you. I'm doing this live, so just bear with me here. Okay, that should be fine. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is make a copy just by going File, Make a Copy. I've already done that, so you won't be able to edit the link that's in the description. This is the one that I'm able to actually edit. And what you're going to want to do is look at your traits. So you're going to see, what is the trait? So the first one that we looked at, we can go back to the screen over here. The first one that I looked at, the trait was Empowered Droplets. So going back to the screen, we would choose Empowered Droplets here. We would then choose the item level, so of the item. So the item level was 945, so I've gone ahead and pre-chosen that. And then you put in both traits here. You put in what your shadow option is, so we can go back. The shadow option was Murderous Intent, as we saw before. And you can go ahead and put in what the light option was, and that was Shock Light. So going back to the chart, I have pre-entered those here. And then you can put in what the other traits are. So trait 1 was something that didn't even come up in the drop-down options. It was just a really terrible trait. I think that one was Ghost in the Mist. We saw that earlier. Trait number 2 and then trait number 3. So I can show you again just so you're sure what second tier traits we're talking about. We're talking about these. So Ghost in the Mist, Pull of the Sea, and Flood Waters. So going back, I pulled Other or None because Ghost in the Mist isn't an option there. It's just not a DPS increase or a healing increase. Pull of the Sea, and then Flood Waters. And then using the image that I showed you earlier with all of the values, it calculates the relic value for you right there. And then when you would go ahead and do those for your other 2 relics, and you would see what's your strongest relic and what's your weakest relic based on the relic value down here at the bottom. And what are you going to do when you get a new relic? Well, you're just going to use this new column over here. You're going to do the same thing where you choose the relic trait, the relic item level, the shadow and light traits, and then your tier 3 traits at the bottom. And it's going to give you a number. And if that number is larger than any of the other relics, you're going to want to go ahead and replace that relic with the lowest number with this new relic. And that's how it works. It's just as simple as that. The chart really makes it helpful, so you're not doing crazy math in your head in the middle of a raid, or struggling to calculate all of that. So I really do thank Hebo for putting this chart together for me based on the hard work that like Thea, I hope I'm saying that right, from Ancestral Guidance did in making that that chart up for us, so with all of the relic values. So I hope this video was helpful for you. I know that chart is going to be a huge help for me when I start getting more relic values here, like when I get up to 60, and I'm able to start putting that in. Keep in mind that every 3 will allow you to unlock a new one, so you have 60, 63, 66, 69, etc. And you'll be able to continue building onto that relic. So thanks for watching, guys. If you have any questions, please leave a comment in the video. In the comments below. If you have a question or a comment about the video, I will do my best to try to answer that for you. Thanks again for watching. I hope you found this helpful. And again, please subscribe if you haven't to this channel. I do focus on restoration shaman healing. That's my main priority in my WoW life. But I do also do some commentary videos, and I do focus on raiding specifically. I do some walkthroughs, some playthroughs. So I hope to see you guys in the future. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye!